welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today we have a 2000 point Age of Sigmar battle report for you, and today I'm going to be playing Felix, who I went down and played a game with in Tasmania while I was down there for the Hobart Hammer on GT. And we're going to be playing the scenario called the Nidus Pass, one of the scenarios we didn't get to play at the GT. Now, he's brought along his Soulblight Gravelords, and there is something you're going to see in the video just a little bit that we totally forgot to mention. He has 10 direwolves in his list. They're not shown in the picture. We forgot to put them on the table, so completely our fault. But I'm going to be playing with my Daughters of Khaine. These are both our lists that we took to the Hobart Hammer on GT. So let's get cracking on, and let's see how it all goes. Alright, so here we have 2,000 points of Daughters of Khaine. We are in the Hagnar sub-faction today, and our general is the Gladiatrix here. She's going to have Zealous Orator, and she's also going to have the Crown of Woe. That's going to give her 4-up rallies and not being able to use command points for enemies within 9 inch of her. If she kills anything, it turns to 15. We then have Bounty Her, the Incarnate, the Monster of Gur. We then have Morathi, who knows the whole spell lore as well. For our battle line, we have a unit of 20 Witch Elves with paired Sciences and 2 units of 10 Witch Elves with Sciences and Bladed Bucklers. We then also have 10 Doomfire Warlocks. Now, the Warlocks and the unit of 20 are in Bounty Hunters, and the 2 units of 10 Witches with the Bucklers are in Expert Conquerors. We've got the Purple Sun for good measure. We are 1990 points. The last battalion, we've got an extra spell on the Doomfire Warlocks for a command entourage with our 3 heroes that'll give them a flaming weapon, which can only be used on the champion, but it's a nice little last resort, and levitate as well. Alright, here we have 2,000 points of Soulblight Gravelords. We have Manfred von Karstein, who has Decrepify. We have Prince Vordry, who has Amethystine Pinions. We then have Radikar the Beast, the Chadakar, and then we have 2 units of 5 Blood Knights. We have a unit of 20 zombies. All 3 of those units are in Bounty Hunters. And then we have a Terrorgeist on foot with no rider on there as well. We are in the Kastelai Dynasty, so this means you're going to be able to bring stuff around from the edge of the table. So 2,000 points of Soulblight Gravelords. Before we get into today's video, we'd like to give a special thanks to our channel sponsors. First of all, to Mithras Games, who provides us with all our amazing game mats for the channel. Terrainheim, who provides us with MDF terrain and the amazing trackers you see in games like Warhammer Age of Sigmar on the channel. The Dice Guy for supplying us with amazing dice, and Monty's Tabletop Terrain for supplying us with fantastic 3D printed terrain at an affordable price. Thank you all for your support on the channel. If you'd like to go and have a look at any of these companies, we'll leave links to all 4 of them down in the description of the video. Alright, so armies are all deployed for the Daughters of Khaine. We've got 10 of the Buckler Witch Elves and the Kronspine Incarnate down here. We then have in the centre 10 more Witch Elves, 20 Witch Elves, Morathi, Khaine, and the High Gladiatrix. The Warlocks over here, and then up on this side we have Morathi Khaine, the Shadow Queen, sorry. And then for the Soulblight, we've got some Blood Knights, we've got Manfred von Karstein, Chadakar the Beast, and the double Monster with the Terrorgeist and Vordry. We then have your zombies and another unit of Blood Knights in reserve. Zombies being in the gravesite and the Blood Knights coming on from the Blood Keep. Alrighty, and so first turn has been chosen by the Soulblight Gravelords, and they're going to go first. So we start off with your battle tactic for the turn. Alright, battle tactic wise, you've gone with against the odds, so now we're going to go into some hero phase, heroic action for the turn. What is going to be your heroic action?
Heroic leadership.
Heroic leadership. Who's going to generate the CP out of your 3 characters?
Manfred.
Manfred? On a... not on a 1. I'll do it on Morathi Khaine. So on a 4. She doesn't either. So, no heroic leadership. Alright, so magic. Vordry is going to do Amethystine Pinions, so 2d6 for him to cast. Let's go with his cast and see what we get. Alright, so Vordry's Amethystine Pinions, he got a 9, that'll do it, so I will check whether she's in range. So, that'll go off. I'm out of range with Morathi Khaine, so over to Manfred now for his cast. So we've got your first one, you were going to do a Mystic Shield. Alright, so let's go with his cast. So, Mystic Shield on Manfred. That goes off. I'm going to try and dispel it with Morathi Khaine. 5, 6, 7. I'll get an 8, which means I beat you by 1. So I got +1. And then he's going to do an Arcane Bolt on himself. So go again. That'll go off on a 9. I'll try again. Remember, Khaine, I need to equal your results, which I will not be able to do with that. So he'll have Arcane Bolt on himself. With that, that's your hero phase done. So we'll go into movement. I'll come back after it's all done. Alrighty, so movement all done. Vordry and the Terrorgeist coming in on the front, along with Manfred, Radikar, and the Blood Knights on this flank as well. We've also brought the 10 Direwolves from the Gravesite onto the table as well. So we're going to go into some shooting from the two big beasties here. So, who's going to shoot first?
Vordry.
Vordry? Alright, what does he need to hit?
3.
3? Well, that definitely hits.
D6.
D6. 2. And so these are 6-up wards on the witches. Nope, that's 2 dead. Take 2 out. And then the Terrorgeist. Right, so the Terrorgeist rolling a dice to add to his death streak value, which is 6 to 8. That actually does nothing to the witches because I'm base 8, I believe. No, I am 7, so 1 more to win, so 6 up, which I save. So, charges. We're going to be charging with Vordry first. So, 2d6. I think he's in. So, Vordry just comes on in. Terrorgeist charging as well. With a 6, he'll get in as well. So, you're going to roar and stomp your 2 monsters. So, roar first. No. Stomp on a 2+ though. Yes, so D3 mortals on them. D3 mortals. For 3, 6-up wards. I passed none of them, so that's 3 dead from your stomp. So you're going with Vordry. Any command ability to be used on him?
I'll think grab my extra dice for the next attack.
Alright, so no command abilities for you, but I'm going to use all-out defense for +1. So first of all, his first weapon is his...
Blood Lance.
The Blood Lance. So hitting on.
3s.
3s to hit. All hit. And then what do we need to wound?
3s.
3s to wound. Lovely. That's... wow. Okay. His next attack. These are his jaws.
More, yeah.
Or the claws.
More.
More, so 2 hits. And 2s to wound.
3.
3s. Both wound with that time. Rend.
2 rend.
2 rend, so I'm going to have a 6-up save for these. Thanks to all our defense. I failed damage.
D6.
So 2d6 damage. For 2. Wow. 6-up wards. I don't pass any at least, so 2 more die. And then he's got his skeletal claws. Sword-like claws, I've been informed. Hitting on 3s. 4s. So that is 4 hits. And then wounding on 3s, correct? Yeah. So 2. Rends. Yep.
3 rend 1.
3 rend 1. Cool. So these will be 5-up saves. Save none. Damage 2.
Damage each.
2 damage each. So, need to pass 4 of these. No, I do not pass 4 of them. So that is the unit wiped. Alright, so the Terrorgeist is piled in. He still gets a pile in because he did charge this round, which puts him within 2 inch of the 20 block. So, he's going to use his skeletal claws. He's got 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. 2 hits. And then he's going to wound on 3s. So these... Yep, so these are 2, so I'm going to need to... I've got no save against them, so 2d3 damage. For 3, so 6-up wards. Pass none. Ouch. 3 attacks from your Fanged Maw, wanting 6s here. That's a 6. And so the 6 was the only hit, so that is 6 mortals. Ward save, 5 die. Alrighty, so we have piled back in with the witches. We're going to use all-out attack. So we're going to be 2s to hit.
All-out defense.
All-out defense on Terrorgeist, no worries. So 2s to hit. And then 3s to wound. He only failed 3 hits, but that's a lot more fails on the wounds. And so, 4-up save, 21 dice. Let's see what you can do. That's not too bad. That's actually pretty good. So there's your fails there. So 10 6-up wards now. Saved another one, so he takes 9 damage altogether. Alrighty, so end of the round, you will complete your battle tactic against the odds, and you'll control 1, 2, and more objectives than me. So that will get you your full 5 victory points for the turn. Into my turn 1, I'm going to go eye for an eye as my battle tactic. You killed one of my units, so I'm going to kill one of yours. And then we're going to go heroic actions. So I'm going to try and generate a CP, move Mithras Games. We do. For you, doing heroic leadership as well. Who's this going on? Vordry? Cool. Sorry, he failed that. That was on a 3, so no command point for Vordry, just Mithras Games. Magic time. So we're going to start with magic. We're going to go with the Doomfire Warlocks into the Terrorgeist. They're going to do Doombolt. So that will go off on a 7. Yep, because that's a flat 6 mortals. That's a 10, stopped. Mithras Games will then go with, we'll put Mind Razor onto the Doomfire Warlocks. For a 7, that will not go off. Oh yeah, it will go off thanks to Arcane on an 8, so you can try and dispel it. You need, that is a 9 and stops it. Wow. She will then go, we're putting +1 to wound on Vordry. So the Withering on Vordry does not go off. And then, wow, this has been terrible magic. She will go with her last spell, the Black Horror of Ulgu, on the Terrorgeist. Goes off on a 8 again. This one will go off, so we roll a d6 to see how many mortals we do. It's a 6, so it'll be d6 mortals for 1. Just 1. And you don't save it, so he takes another. Alrighty, so we've moved up the Witch Elves and the Kronspine Incarnate there. Mithras Games, Shadow Queen, she's moved there. So you're going to do a redeploy on the Blood Knight. So D6, 4, so they get to move 4 inches. Cool, Blood Knights have redeployed, so we'll finish off the rest of our movements. So movement all finished, just moving the Doomfire Warlocks up. And that is what we look like at the end of the turn. So we'll go into some shooting. We'll start with Mithras Games. She's going to shoot into Radika. So we are needing a 3 to hit. We hit. And then a 2 to wound. We don't wound. So Doomfires are going to go into Manfred. We are going to be 3s to hit. Oh, that's terrible. And 4s to wound. That's a bit better. So Manfred will have 7 armor saves, no rend to make. That's going to be on a base 3 up point, isn't it? And he takes 4, but he ignores the first point each turn, so he takes 3 after his ward save. So take 4 ward save, sorry.
Yep. What's the damage?
Just 1. So 4 ward saves, 6s. So he takes 2 because he ignores the first wound. And so charges, we're going to go with the Kronspine Incarnate. We'll definitely get into Vordry there. And then we'll go with Mithras Games over here. Or the Shadow Queen, sorry, not Mithras Games. So Shadow Queen, that's an 8. And then the Doomfire Warlocks will charge as well. So they got a 5. So end of charge phase, we have Monstrous Rampages. The Incarnate is going to go with Titanic Jewel. So +1 to hit versus Vordry. And Mithras Games will roar the Blood Knights, so on a 3. It's cocked. So the Blood Knights cannot use commands. You've then got your Monstrous Rampages. So Vordry is going to stomp on the Witches. He does for D3 mortals. For 2. So 6 up wards. Nope, 2 more Witches die. And then Terrorgeist.
Terrorgeist
roar.
Can he roar?
So the Terrorgeist is going to roar.
Witches, yeah.
So on a 3, he does. So no receiving or issuing commands for the Witches in the combat phase. Manfred, unfortunately, has none left to do over there then. All right, we're going to go the Witches here into the Terrorgeist first. So we are not able to receive commands. So we are going to be 3s to hit. And then we are 3s to wound against the Terrorgeist as well. And so 5 up save on the Terrorgeist thanks to a range of 1. He's got 7 left, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we've still got ward saves after this. And so 6 up wards, you need to pass a few of these. A good few of them, I think, actually. Can we do it?
You're dead.
Not by much. Only killed him over by 2 wounds, but unfortunately Terragast does die. Alrighty, so he dies, but infested, he will hit the witches for D3 mortals for 2. 6 up wards. Nope, 2 die. And then Vordry also actually gets hit for D3 mortals. And then 1 ward save for yourself. No, Vordry takes a wound. I'm going to use all our defense on the Shadow Queen, so Blood Knight attacking into her. What do we need? 3s to hit?
Yep.
And 3s to wounds. We got 5, 6, 7, 8. And a 4 up save for the Shadow Queen. We saved that many, and then 6 up ward. Nope, so she's taken 2 so far. You can try and do an extra wound with your horses. And so then the horses trying to do that last wound to the Marathi, hitting on 4s. And wounding on 4s. Was that is 5?
Yep, 5.
No rend this time, so 3 ups. Failed 2. Double 6 coming up. Nope, take 2, but only take 1. So Marathi has taken the 3.
No.
Alright, Doomfire Warlocks have piled into Manfred. So we've got the 6 into Manfred. They are hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. Wow, that's not great. 4 at -1, damage 1 on Manfred.
4 ups.
Takes 2, 6 up wards. So he ignores the first wound taken in his face, so then 4s to hit him with the horses. And 4s to wound. That is 5 no rend this time on him, so he's base save. He will take 2, maybe, ward saves, 6 up. Takes 2. And then we have 2 into Radical the Beast. 3 hits with the Scimitars. 1 wound, so 1 at -1 on Radical the Beast.
Saved.
Saved. And then 2 horses into Radical. And 4s. 1 more, no rend on this one. Saved. That's the Doomfire's done. Right, so Vordry is going to attack the Incarnate next. So we got 4 attacks with his Blood Lance. Hitting on 3s. Oh dear, again Vordry. 3s. Wounds at least this time. Goes through, so that's 2 damage to the Incarnate so far. Then we have 3 attacks with your Snapping Maw. With no hits at all. And then your Skeletal Claws. Full bracket still, so hitting on 4s. That's more like it. And 3s. Not as good, but still we'll take it compared to the other rolling. Rend 1, so these are 5 ups. Pass none, so take another 6, so I've taken 8 on him this round. So we'll go with Marathi, the Shadow Queen up there. She is going to give herself +1. No, can't. I've got no CP left, so we are going with 3s to hit. And 3s to wound with Heartrender. So it's 4 at -2 on the Blood Notes. So 3 fails, correct?
Yep.
That is 9 damage in total. So 6s. Eek, ouch.
3 dead.
So 2d6 attacks from my Crown of Serpents. 5. We are hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. There's another 5. No rend, damage 1 on these. So your base 3 up save. There's another 3 fails. Ugh. 6 up wards. You pass 1, so 1 takes 2. Then we have 1 attack with the Envenomed Tail hitting on a 3. And of course it misses.
That does a lot of damage.
Alright, so Radicale the Beast into the Doomfire Warlocks. So 6 attacks with his Bloodslit Claws. Looking for 6s, so there's 2 mortals, and that one just ends, but the rest hit on 3s. And then wounding, we have 2 wounds, so these will be at -1, so 6 up saves. Failed both, so there will be 6 damage on the Doomfire Warlocks. 6 ups, 1 save, so that is 2.5 dead. And then 6 attacks with the Piercing Blades as well. These will hit on 3s. Not quite as good. And then wound on 3s. Nothing for him on that one. So the Incarnate will then go into Vordry. So the Incarnate, we have Titanic Jewel, so we are 2s to hit with our Vicious Claws. And then we are 3s to wound Vordry. That is 5 at -2 on Vordry. That is 3 fails. So there will be 6 damage on Vordry so far. 6 up wards. Takes 5. We have 3 attacks with our Tearing Fangs, hitting on 2s. And wounding on 2s. Oh, double 1s, wow. Incarnate does not do it. So then you've got Manfred to go. So Manfred's attacking next, so we will have his Spectral Claws and Daggers 6 attacks. Really wanting 6s because it's mortals on them. So it's 2 mortals. So 6 ups, save 1, so that'll kill one of the Warlocks. Then we have the Ebon Claws, which at current he has 5 attacks, so 4s to hit. And we are 3s to wound, so 3. Ren 2, so it's going to go straight through, so there's going to be 6 ward saves required on the Warlocks, which we save 2, so 2 more or Doomfire Warlocks go down. And then we've got Sickle Glaive, so 1 hit. And 1 wound. Ren 1, so 6 up, saved. And then he's got Geistvor, or Geistvor, 3s, so 2 hits. And 3s. 6 up save on the Warlocks, saved. So the Warlocks will be auto-passing. The Witch Elves here, they lost 4, so they will need a 3. 2, they're fine. Your Blood Knights are fine, and then all your units are fine, really. I do have to test for the Incarnate. He took 8, so 3d6. 4, 5, 6, 7. He actually drops a level. So he's down to level 1. So, priority for turn 2 then. I got a 2. You got a 3. You can choose who has next turn.
I'll take next turn.
So, you've chosen to go eye for an eye for your battle tactic. With the heroic actions, I'm going to try and generate a CP on the High Gladiatrix on a 4+, which she does.
I'm trying to generate a CP.
Yep, on Vordry. Yep. I'm immediately going to spend mine for a rally. So, we're going to rally with the Gladiatrix on the Witches there. So, 4 ups, thanks to her command. So, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back of the 12 that have died. So Vordry is going to heal D6 from his Blood Chalice. He's going to use his 1 per game ability. So he goes back to a single wound taken now. And then... Alrighty, so going into the commands, you're going to do... Manfred's going to do for a CP his Vigor of Undeath. Give +1 to hit and wound to everyone within 12, and then Vordry is going to use Fist of Nagash on Manfred to allow Manfred to attack. So let's go with Manfred attacking.
How's the game?
Manfred start with his Ghost Spectral Claws and Daggers, so 6 attacks. Hitting on 5s. 1 hit, wound on a 4. Wounds, so 5 up save. Nope, 6 up ward. Nope, take a wound. We've then got Ebon Claws. We currently, with Manfred, will have 6 attacks. So 4s to hit. 3s to hit, sorry, because you're +1. And then 2s to wound. Or wound. These are Ren -2, so they go straight through, so they damage 2 apiece. So we are 6 up wards on the Warlocks. Oh dear, 1, 2, 3, 4 dead Warlocks. We have 1 Warlock left standing on a wound. Sickleglaive, 2 attacks, 2s to hit. And 3s to wound. 6s, save 1, damage 2. No, that is the Warlock's gone. So Vordry can use his spell on himself for +1 to hit and wound as well, to stop any negations. So that does not go off, unfortunately. Manfred has his first spell. Manfred is going to try to Decrepify on the Shadow Queen. So he's going to get a 9. And equal that, I do not. So Decrepify goes off on the Shadow Queen. Manfred has 1 more spell, Mystic Shield on himself. It just goes off. Stop though, because I'll get a 6. So with that, that's the end of the hero phase. We'll go into movement. Alrighty, so movement all done. Radikar and Manfred going after the Shadow Queen, and then we've also brought in 5 Blood Knights on this side as well. So we're going to go into what little shooting there is. So Vordry. So Vordry is shooting the Incarnate. So 3 up to hit. Does not hit. So that means we'll go into charges. Who's going to charge first?
Wait, isn't he?
So Blood Knights are going to charge first, needing a 9 with a charge. Do you wish to use the CP to reroll?
Yeah.
Yep. That's cool. So they're going to get in. So Radikar to charge. He'll get in, and then Manfred to charge. He'll get in quite easily. Monstrous Rampages. You get to go first.
Can I stomp?
Manfred is going to roar the Shadow Queen. He does not. What is Vordry going to do? Vordry has nothing he can actually do. I will then Titanic Jewel over here. And Marathi will stomp the Blood Knights. So, yes, D3 Mortals for 2 on the Blood Knights. So 2 6 up wards. She will kill a Blood Knight with that. I'm going to spend a command point for all-out defense on the Kronspine. Yeah. And then Vordry is going to attack. So he's got 4 attacks with his Blood Lance, hitting on 3s. 2, sorry. He hits on 2s. He's got +1. Wounding on 3s. So just 2. Ren 2. So 3, 4, 5 up saves. Nope. So that'll be 4. The Snapping Maw with 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. All hit. And wounding on 2s. Or wound. So Ren 2 again, so 5 ups. Saved 1, so 2d6 damage. For 7. Whoa. And then he has his 7 Sword-like Claws. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 2s. 2. Ren 1, so 4 ups, save 1, so takes another 2. So we will then go with hitting on 2s thanks to Titanic Jewel. All hit. Wounding on 3s. That is 5 at -2 on Vordry. So that'll be 8 damage from that so far. 6 up wards. Or save 2, so take 6. And then our jaws both hit. And both wounds, so 2 at -3 this time. 1 fail, so that is 4 damage. Nope, so takes another 4. Radikar the Beast will go into Marathi. So Manfred is putting out his aura, so Radikar. So yeah, 1 lot of mortals and the rest all hit, so 2s to wound though. Is 3, so these are currently -1, so these are 4 ups, save 2, so that'll be 4 damage in total. 6 up wards. Marathi takes her 3. So Marathi's going to put everything into Manfred. So she is hitting on 3s. 2s actually now, because it's turn 2. She's got +1 to hit. And then 3s with Heartrender. Wow, just 2. -2. So that'll be 3 damage. So Manfred takes a wound now, because he ignores the first wound taken. We have 2d6 attacks for just 2. 1 hit. 1 wound with the Crown of Woe. 1 ward save required. Takes another. And then the Envenomed Tail misses, of course. Alright, so Blood Knights into the Witch Elves over here. We are hitting on your 3s. And wounding on 3s. So yes, what we got? 7. -1. So these are 6s. Save 3 of them. So that'll be 3 mortal wounds back to you as well.
Yeah.
So 3 6-up wards from you. No, so they're going to kill a Blood Knight back. But they are Galatian veterans and you're bounty hunters, so they turn into 3 damage each. So 6s, 2, so that will be 7 dead so far, but your horses do need to attack. And so the horses as well, the one that died is still attacking as well. 3s to hit. And 4s to wound. That is 5. So these are 5-up saves. Save 2. But that'll be 6. 6s. Nothing, so that will be the unit wiped. Alrighty, so we've got the Cronspine on the table still. We're going to go with against the odds as our battle tactic, and then heroic actions. I'm going to try and generate a CP with the Gladiatrix, which she doesn't this turn. You're going to try and generate a CP. You do. Who's getting it?
Manfred.
Manfred. Cool, cool. I'm going to attempt a rally over here. And so 4s, I get models back. I get another 4 models back to the unit. And then we'll go into magic. So Mithras Games, we're going to start with the Black Horror of Ulgu into Vordry. Does not go off. 5, 6, 7. So 7 will make it go off thanks to Arcane Terrain. So do you wish to try and dispel that? 4, 5, 6. No, goes off. So see how many mortals we do with it. It's going to be D3 for 1 again. So 1 mortal on Vordry, so a 6-up ward. Nope, so he takes another. Mithras Games will go with an Arcane Bolt. That will go off on a 5, 6. So you can try and dispel that as well. No, goes off, so she's got Arcane Bolt. And then we will go with putting Mind Razor on the unit of Witch Elves here. That's 6, 7, 8 goes off just. You want to try and dispel that.
No.
So I need a 9 to stop it. No, you've been shy by 1 on every single dispel. So movement is done. The Witch Elves have auto ran, and then the Gladiatrix rolled a nice 6 for her own run. Mithras Games moves in towards Vordry. Shadow Queen is going to do some shooting. She's going to shoot the Blood Knight there. She hits. She wounds, -3. So it'll be a 6-up save on the Blood Knight. Nope, D6 damage. For 1, of course. And I'm sure that was going to be a 6-up. So he takes a wound. Charges, we're going to start with Shadow Queen. She's in. And then we're going to charge with the Witch Elves over here. So that'll be a 9. So Gladiatrix will charge as well. She's in as well. So, end of the charge phase, monster rampages. The Cronspine will go with a Titanic Jewel, and Marathi will stomp that Blood Knight. Yes, D3 mortals for 3. So 3 ward saves on your Blood Knight. He needs to pass 2 of them on a 6-up. He does not, so Blood Knight is gone. So Manfred's going to roar against the Shadow Queen on a 3. Yep. What are we going to do over here with Vordro?
Stomp on Little Marathi.
Stomp on Little Marathi. Yep. For D3. For 1. 6 up. Nope. She takes 1. Alright, so Manfred here has jumped out of combat at the end of the round. I'm going to attack with the Incarnate first. So the Incarnate is 2s to hit. And 3s to wound with his claws. Oh, that is 6 at -2 on Vordro. That is 6 damage. No, more than that. It's 10 damage. He's got a lot of 6-up saves to make. 6-up wards. I think he's dead. Alright, so Radikar is splitting his attacks. He's doing the claws with the mortal wounds into Marathi. So we need 3s to hit now, because Manfred has disappeared. That's 2. I'll roll them, because then if I don't roll a 6, it's your 3 wounds done for the round. I didn't, so Marathi's taken 3. So your other attacks with Radikar. 3s. And one of them. That'll go straight through, so D3 damage. For 1, so 6-up ward. No, kills 1. Alrighty, so Marathi, the Shadow Queen, is going to go into Radikar. We are needing... we're neg 1 attack, so we are needing 3s to hit. Wow. 2s to hit, sorry, because we are +1 to hit. But we're needing 4s to wound because we're -1 to wound, correct, from Decrepify.
Yep.
That is 2. So 2 at -2. These are on Radikar. I think they're 6-up saves now. Save neither, so they're 3 damage each, so 6 damage on Radikar. He takes 6. We have 2d6 attacks from the Crown of Serpents for 4, because -1. They will all hit, but then none will wound. And Venom Tail, 1 again. Alright, so Witch Elves then into Radikar. We are hitting on 2s now, because it is turn 2, and I'm Hagnar. And so then we are 3s to wound. Alrighty, Radikar has 26 5-up saves to make. Go for it. I don't think that's enough. That's a decent amount, though, to be fair.
Good, decent.
So 6-up. Yeah, now he's dead. And so I only get 3 victory points because I just control the 1 objective up there, but I do get my battle tactics. So we go for turn 3. I got a 6. You got a 1. I think I'm going to take the double on this one. So, start of the turn, battle tactic wise, I'm going to go barge through enemy lines, 2 units in your deployment zone. Be pretty easy to do, because 2 units are almost there. And then we're going to go with heroic actions. I'm going to go with a CP on the Shadow Queen. And you're going to try and heal Manfred, so a bravery test. 2d6, you need 1 more. But well under though, so he heals D3. For 3, he's back to full health. Magic wise, Marathi here, she's going to go with, and before actually magic, we're going to go, we'll spend a CP over there to rally. Right, so we're going to do a rally on 4s, thanks to Gladiatrix, another 2 come back. And then we will go into magic, so Marathi, we will go with a Black Horror of Ulgu. Actually, no, we're going to give herself Steed of Shadows on Marathi Khaine. Goes off just.
I'm going to dispel that.
Stopped. She will put Mind Razor on herself. Does not go off. And then we'll do Black Horror of Ulgu. Goes off on an 8.
I'm trying to dispel that.
Nope, so we'll see how many mortals we do with it. It'll be D3 for another 2 on Manfred. So 2 6-up wards on Manfred. He takes 2. Alrighty, so we've moved everyone up, and then we're going to go into some shooting. Marathi's going to shoot those direwolves. She hits. She wounds. -3, so just go straight through. For D6, for 6. So 6-up wards, thanks to your gravesite. No, 3 dead direwolves. And so charges, Kronspine will charge. Shadow Queen will charge up there. We're going to have to re-roll that. She's not going to make it. Witch Elves will charge then. They'll make it. So Kronspine is going to stomp then. Yep, D3 for 3 mortals on your Blood Knights. So 6-up wards. No, kills a Blood Knight. So the Kronspine with 8 attacks, we are hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. That is 4 at -2 on your Blood Knights. 6 damage altogether. 6-up wards. That is 5 wounds. And then 3. No hits from the jaws, so that'll be that. Alright, so the direwolves into the Witch Elves, 4s to hit. Oh, it's not bad. Take that. And 4s to wound. That's not quite as good. Just 2. So 6s, followed by 6s. No, nothing. So 2 Witch Elves die. Alrighty, so Witch Elves, we are hitting on 2. And then we are 4s to wound. I'm not in range of the Gladiatrix this turn. So 6-up save. And then you still got a 6-up ward after this as well. So 4 pass. And 6-up ward. One more, so that makes a dead direwolf there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. That leaves 1 on a wound. Alrighty, so we have Blood Knights to attack next, 2 of them, into the Incarnate. So we will need 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. 3, these will be 5-up saves. Save 2, so just take 1, then your horses.
Horses, yeah.
So 3s to hit.
3s to hit, yeah.
And 3s to wound. Oh, that one's cocked.
Oh, they're 4s.
4s. Okay, 2.
Okay.
2. Save both, so he just takes 1, so it's not going to matter. Alrighty, so turn 3 for the Soulblight. Just on Battle Shock, you decide not to spend a CP on the Wolf on 1 wound. So your battle tactic for the turn is going to be Desecrate their lands, picking this terrain feature here. And then we go into Magic. There's not really a lot to do because Manfred's out of range for everything, and he's not going to go join the fight. So with that, we're not going to bother doing his magic on camera because it doesn't really matter that much. So we'll go into movement and we'll come back after it's all done. Alrighty, so movement-wise, you just brought your zombies on to claim the objective. Manfred's staying there, so you'll get your battle tactic as well. And then just fighting with the Blood Knights because there's no charges or anything. I will do a stomp first, though. No, I won't. So you do get to fight. 2s, because might as well use your all-out attack and your CP that you're going to refresh with. And then 3s. So 4. These will be 5-up saves, and I passed 3 of them. So horsies now. So 3s to hit. and 4s to wound. So 4 ups, failed 1, 2 damage, it's not going to be enough. He will then attack back with 8 attacks, hitting on 3s. He doesn't have all out attack. And wounding on 3s, so that is 3 at -2. That'll be 4 damage all up. So you need to pass at least one of these, because I've got... we passed 2, so they've got 2 wings left, so I have to use my jaws. Which will hit twice. Wound twice. These are -3, so these are 6 up saves. 2s. No, 8 damage. I think he might be in trouble. You need a lot. You need Yahtzee hit. No. That was not even close. Did you even roll one? No. So priority for turn 4. I got a 1. You got a 2, so you get to pick.
I'll take this.
You take the turn, and you literally probably do what you're doing right now. Alrighty, so the Soulblight won the turn. Their whole turn literally revolves around those zombies auto-running 6 down here to get barred through enemy lines. Remembering we're playing in the really weird deployment zones, so that actually will get you barred through enemy lines. It's the only way you can get 4 points this turn, and then we go on to the turn for the Daughters of Khaine. So we are going to roll for Little Morathi on the Shadow Queen. First of all, Steed of Shadows will go off, so you can try and dispel that if you want. No, does not dispel. And then we'll go Mind Razor. We'll go off again. We'll go off. And then we'll put a Mystic Shield for good measure. We'll go off. Alrighty, so movement's all done. Morathi has moved down here now. Rolled a hit with our weapon. We hit with the shooting attack. We wound, so it's just going to kill D6 zombies. You'll get your ward though. 6, so 6 ward saves on the 6 up. Finally, it's hitting. 6 up ward on the zombies. 5 of them go down. We'll go for her charging. She's going to get in with that. So, Morathi, 5 attacks with Heartrender. We are hitting on 2s. We are now wounding on 2s. That is rend 3, so they go straight through your zombies as well. However, we had damage 4 on the charge thanks to Mind Razor, so that is, what is it, 4 4s?
12. No, 16.
16 damage. So 16 6-ups. And so 6s, I think you need to pass pretty much all of these already. Oh, there's a few in there. So, and then I've got 2d6 attacks from this crown. Oh, only 3. But 2s. And so that is 3 more. These are going to go straight through, so that's 6 more damage. So 6 6-ups, roll me a Yahtzee, or they're gone. No. Last zombie does not survive. So that'll be a full 5 points for the Daughters of Khaine. Alrighty, so priority for turn 5 then. I got a 4. You got a 4. I just went, so you do get priority. So start with Manfred's going to go Wind of Death on Morathi. On the Shadow Queen anyway. 4. No, he's not.
Gotta reroll that.
So then he's moving. He's 3 inch outside. Try to charge Morathi. His battle tactic is this one's mine, so he's trying to kill with his general. So go for it. Anything but double 1s, you're in. I will unleash hell with Morathi. So 3 she hits. She wounds. -3 on Manfred. Goes through, so d6 for 6. 6 6-up wards. This could be pretty good to help me stay alive. So he takes 5. So Gust of War will be 2s to hit, thanks to your command. 3 hits and 3s to wound. I've got all out defense on Morathi, plus my finest hour. So we are going to be on my 3-up save. Save both. Sickle Glaive, 2 attacks, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 2s. 1. 3-up, saved. 4 attacks with Ebon Claws, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s. Oh, ouch. 6 attacks with Spectral Claws. These could do it though, because these are mortals, potentially. Oh, there's 2 mortals. That is it though, so you're not going to kill her. Oh, wait, no. Spectral Claws, no, 4's to hit. So 5-up ward, because this is turn 4. I save 1, Marathi takes 1. She has 5 attacks back at Manfred. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 2s. That is 4. So 4 at -3. Reroll one of them. So that is 9 damage in total. So 6-up wards. So he's going to take 5 more. He's taken 10. And I got 2d6 attacks from my Crown of Serpents for just 2. Both hit. 1 wounds. So 1 rend 1. That's fine. And then the Envenom Tail hits finally. Wounds, -3. Nope, d6 damage for just 1. Wow. Take a wound on Manfred. It's 11. So we would go into Daughters of Khaine and the game would be over at the bottom of 5 because I'll just score 2 points and that takes me 1 clear of you. I've got my grand strategy. You actually don't have your grand strategy because you haven't killed all the battle line. Oh, actually, sorry, no, you picked the one of having more units in my deployment, which you still don't, unfortunately. Because I don't think either of us actually have anything in my deployment zone, wholly. So it will be about a 5 to 6 point victory for the Daughters of Khaine. So that's the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And while you're at it, drop a comment down below. Let us know what you enjoyed about the video and your thoughts on it. And if you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our little community here at Sinful Gaming, you can do so in our Discord server, which is linked down in the video's description. And also, while you're down there, if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so either by Patreon, YouTube members, both of which are linked in the video's description as well. As a special thank you to everyone who does support, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So, a special shout out to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lyle, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Pure Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Derek, Bloobs, and Benjamin Swallows. And thank you to our YouTube members as well, Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, and Davis Weir. And lastly, a special thanks to Lady Witch Fox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel you see on the channel. Thank you once again, everyone, for supporting the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.